Welcome to the Writer's Anointing Show. I am your host, Dr. Jewel Williams, and today's show is Nurture What You've Birthed. This is going to be good. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to today's episode, and it is Nurture What You've Birthed. So let me just jump into my first point, and that is, it's here. Now what? Now it's time to make sure that, just like when your baby is here, you let your family know, you're excited, everybody, you don't keep it a secret. And so once your book is here, and even before, to be honest, even before it's here, you want to make sure you advertise and sell your book. You want to promote it. And if you don't feel comfortable about doing that, find someone who knows how to market to teach you what to do, or even if you want to hire someone to do that. But you don't want to write your book and then just sit on it. You want to, unfortunately, I've seen people go, okay, I wrote the book and now I've got tons of books sitting in my basement. You don't want books sitting in your basement somewhere collecting dust. You want to make sure that you are presenting and nurturing what you have birthed. My second point for today is find ways to feature yourself. Now, depending on what you do, you can use those avenues to feature yourself, which in turn is featuring your book. So if you're a guest on a show, or if you host something, you can share your book. If you have an opportunity to do fairs or events, make sure you talk about your book at some point, even if you speak or preach. I'm a pastor as well. That's one of the things I do. And so if I go to speak for people, I ask, can I present my books? Can I have my books on as on the table or something like? So find ways to make sure you feature yourself. And now I will just say I'm an introvert, so I really don't like to talk a lot. And I know people, when I tell them that, they don't really believe it. And I guess it's funny for me not to like to talk a lot. I do a lot of talking. I think God has a sense of humor. But you just have to be okay, because we're talking about this birthing anyway. So you got to be okay kind of getting out of some of your natural shyness to make sure that you're talking about who you are, which then gives people an opportunity to learn more about what you doing. And so I just think that is so key. My next point is, what else can you do with your work? So you've birthed this thing. Now you need to find other ways to use your work. Can it be used as a study guide, or can you create a mentorship program using the material? I did that with one of my books, I Soar, the Chicken is Out of the Coop. I created a mentoring group where it's kind of called the Eagle Soar. And in addition to writing the book, then God gave me actually a guide that goes along with that book. So anybody that takes that course, they get the book and the manual and the journal. And it is really, it's exciting to watch. So this book itself turned into something else. So I just think that's a blessing. And then you just find creative ways to use what you've created. Thus, what it does is also now generate more avenues for sales for you. It generates more opportunity. So again, this week's lessons is nurture what you've birthed. So it's here. What's now what? Make sure you're advertising. Make sure you're getting that information out so that others know that your baby has been birthed. And then find ways to feature yourself. Do you have opportunities where you speak, or are you on a panel? Anything that puts you in the public eye or before people. See if you can feature yourself. And I don't say your book, because really people are going to purchase based on who you present to them. So put your best person forward, which should be your authentic self, so that when you feature yourself, others would want to buy your work. And then what else can you do with your work? Do you have an opportunity to create a study guide, a mentorship program? If you do a cookbook, offer cooking classes and cook some of your recipes. So just come up with creative ideas with that. So I pray that this week's encouragement is a blessing. And as always, if you're looking for a coach, you need help with publishing, you can contact me at publishthevision.com, or you can email me at drjewelwilliams@publishthevision.com, and I will walk with you from the concept to the completion of your work. I want to see God's vision in you, his plan in you birthed forth. So until next week, as always, let's do this. Let's just write it. God bless.